We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
4 down. Like 20, like 80.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Eric Armstead. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They'll look to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover. gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Let's go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Gone. Now let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. In for the score. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been. But it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Wait. Flare. 21.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss. Another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. On first down, Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Screen play, McKinnon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to loft one. Deep left. And got his man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They run it with McKinnon. Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Go ahead.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll go on the ground. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And Gold is able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll set up a throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
He wasn't ready! He wasn't ready!
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them with contract time.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now McKinnon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 4.
Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Get wide. Here we go. Hurry up.
McKinnon. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Good one over the hole and in. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Garoppolo now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. There's Garoppolo to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Garoppolo now. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Fourth punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties sometimes. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gone! Detroit!
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he stopped immediately there. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's McKinnon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go! Blue 90!
He'll drop to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, it's Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
This is fielded inside the 5. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Garoppolo. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Garoppolo, 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, a field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a handoff working right. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now they try the right side here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Let's go. Green,
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. 12, fellas, here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Reuben Foster picks it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here we go. Hey.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Detroit!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Rams on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot.
They'll set up a throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. Is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21, 21.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. His throw caught at about the 5. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll come out throwing here on first down. Under pressure, they got him again. D. Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
And they take a knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for San Francisco, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for L.A., the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.